My ex's new girlfriend constantly insulted me every time we saw each other, so I finally reached breaking point and snapped back, outing my ex for still having feelings for me. But did I go too far? I, 29 feet, was invited to a friend's barbecue. My ex, Jake, 30 meters, and I broke up about 2 years ago. It was mutual, we both agreed we weren't right for each other long term, and since we share a close friend group, we've stayed civil and occasionally see each other at gatherings. It's usually fine. Jake's been dating Sophie, 26 feet, for about 6 months. I don't know her well, but every time we've been around each other, she seems to go out of her way to make little passive-aggressive jabs at me, stuff like, "Wow, you're still single? That's brave." Or "Must be nice having so much free time without kids." I've always let it slide to avoid drama. A bit more info: even though we broke up, there have been multiple moments where it's obvious Jake isn't fully moved on. For one, he still finds excuses to text me random stuff, like sending memes or asking about old inside jokes we had. He'll accidentally bring up memories from when we were together when we're in a group, or mention songs and places that meant something to us. On top of that, a few mutual friends have let slip that he's told them he still has feelings, or at least isn't fully over our relationship. Nothing inappropriate while he's with Sophie, as far as I know, but it's clear there are lingering feelings there, and I think Sophie might sense it too, which is probably part of the reason she's so weirdly hostile toward me. Back to the story. Today Sophie was at it again. Every time I was within earshot, she'd drop little digs like "Some people just can't move on, huh?" Or "Guess it takes some people longer to grow up." I ignored it for hours. But then toward the end of the night, she made another comment: "Well, not everyone can handle being in a healthy relationship." That was it for me. I turned to her and said, "You were right, it takes a special kind of person to date a guy still hung up on his ex." It went dead silent. Sophie looked stunned, Jake looked beyond uncomfortable, and a couple of our friends awkwardly tried to change the subject. I left soon after because I didn't want things to get worse. She was making digs at me all night, and I finally stood up for myself. But part of me feels like maybe I went too far by throwing that in her face, even though it's true. I never planned to use what Jake said/done like that, and now I wonder if I made it unnecessarily messy. So everyone, was I wrong for finally snapping at my ex's girlfriend after constant passive-aggressive comments? Relevant comment: was it the best way to handle the situation? Probably not. Could Sophie have been more civil? Absolutely. There are a few things at play here. Literally, everyone has sat there, in silence, while this brat makes constant digs at you. Silence is not neutrality. Silence is a free pass. Silence means they agree. So, for 6 months or so, all your friends allowed this BS to continue. At any given time, your ex, any person in the group, literally anyone could have told her to drop the crap, "It isn't cool." Until she came along, there was peace, and she is single-handedly ruining it. Nobody said a word. Nobody tried to end the drama. This chick comes along and just stirs the pot while everyone watched. I bet my buttons that if Sophie had been saying stuff to or about another member of the group, that person would have been upset. There is keeping the peace and there is this. Letting her run her mouth isn't keeping the peace, it's allowing a pick-me girl to run unchecked, because nobody in that group has got a spine. A real friend stands up for you. Both to your face and behind your back. None of these people are standing up for you. Not even when you are right there. My best friend's ex-husband got with his affair partner, publicly, after the split. I was working a short-term gig as a bartender. The new woman would cone in, with my best friend's ex, and run her mouth about my bestie. Every single time she did, I gave her a single warning: stop it or I will refuse to serve you. Sometimes she stopped, sometimes she got cut off. A few times she even got 86 ed. Why? Because a friend is there for you, even if you are not around. Because a true friend doesn't let anyone put down, belittle, bully, or even make constant passive-aggressive remarks. Honestly, I have to say ESH, except op. A person can only take so much before they snap. Your friend group sounds like a bunch of passive jellyfish. Nobody is going to be like that, to anyone I care about, in my presence. Update. Hey again everyone, I just wanted to post a quick update since a lot happened. Well, I'm still kind of processing it, but it feels worth sharing. So, after I left the barbecue and posted, I got a flurry of texts from mutual friends, mostly along the lines of "Damn, that was awkward but also overdue." Apparently, everyone noticed Sophie's digs throughout the day, and more than one person told me they were surprised I lasted as long as I did before finally saying something. Jake, for what it's worth, hasn't said a single word to me. Not an apology, not a "hey, that was a lot," nothing. Radio silence. But I did get a very long, very dramatic message from Sophie last night, basically accusing me of trying to sabotage her relationship and calling me emotionally manipulative. I didn't respond. I don't see the point, especially because here's the kicker. I've actually been seeing someone for a few months now. His name's Daniel. He's thoughtful, mature, low drama, and most importantly, not still caught up on an ex. We've been keeping things fairly private while we found our footing, but last night after the chaos of the barbecue, I posted a pic of us to the friend group chat. Just us smiling at a coffee shop. Totally normal. Within the hour, Sophie left the chat. Make of that what you will. Anyway, Daniel has been incredibly supportive about everything, and honestly, I think seeing that photo and realizing that I have 100% moved on was the final crack in whatever illusion Sophie was holding on to. One of our mutuals mentioned that things were not going well between her and Jake. Which, yeah, that tracks. So yeah, I don't feel bad about what I said anymore. Maybe I could have been softer, but sometimes the truth is sharp and people don't like how it feels. Thanks again for all the responses, they really helped me feel like I wasn't just being petty or reactive. I'm good now. Actually, I'm better than good. And Daniel brings me coffee and emotional security, so that's a win.